What is going on, guys? We finally did it. Sapphire Plus. It took over 300 resets while being Sapphire Plus and 16 total Sapphire Pulls before I finally got enough Sapphire Pros in order to make that Sapphire Plus. We're going to take a look at all of that stuff today in this video. We're going to look at all of my Sapphire Pulls, including my one winner pull so far. We're going to take a look at the pull rates. Hopefully compare them to what you got right now. I'm not sure though how long I'm gonna be Sapphire Plus, because if you remember a few days ago we did have a patch in which they lowered all of the stats of the cards in order to make room for those winner cards. And 3 of my Emerald Pros are the old stats. They are the stats that was pre-patched, so they are higher than normal Emeralds. Typically speaking, I think you're going to need 3 Sapphire Pros and 3 Emerald Pros in order to make that Sapphire Plus. But right now, we do only have 2 Sapphire Pros and the rest Emerald Pros, and we still are there just because of the pre-patch stats. Again, I do hope they get that fixed, but I am counting on at least being able to get another Sapphire Pro, because I tell you, we pulled a ton of them. 16 total, 17 if you count the winner card, 17 Sapphires while being in that Sapphire Plus. But if you enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up. Thanks everybody that's been coming out to the streams and all the new support and all that stuff. Y'all have to let me know in the comments, how do you compare your pull rates with mine? How many Sapphires? We got a ton now. We'll take a look at all of those. First, we're going to take a look at the pull rates. I'm going to give you a bunch of percentages at a bunch of different times, so hopefully you can follow me and stay with me. But these are my totals. These are the totals the entire time I was Sapphire Plus. There's a couple, I guess, important milestones along the way that I had, or that we hit while we were Sapphire Plus, and that was 1, the patch, and 2, when the winner cards came out. But when we look at the total amount, it is what? 302 total resets, 246 gold, which was 81.5%. We had 40 emeralds, which was 13.2%. And then 16 sapphires, which was a total of 5.3%. Now, out of 16 sapphires and 300 plus resets, it was approximately 19 on average, 19 resets per sapphire. Now, we were already Sapphire Plus when the patch came out, right? So we had a lot of cards, a lot of Emerald Pros that were already had those high stats. Well, before the patch came out, just to throw out some numbers, just to show you the difference, I had 60 total resets before the patch came out of this 300 plus resets. And during that time, during the first 60 resets, the pre-patch stuff, I had only around 70% gold. 70% of the time I was pulling gold. 8.3% of the time I was pulling sapphires, which is pretty darn good. 20% of the time was emerald. So that was pretty good. We started off Sapphire Plus pretty solid. We had the patch, and then it just plummeted. All pull rates in every category plummeted. 140 total golds from the time that the patch came out. 163 total resets when the patch came out. 86% were gold from the time that the patch came out. That is a huge jump. It went down to 10% emerald, from 20% all the way down to 10% after the patch. And then the sapphire pulls, which hurt the most, which went from 8.3% down to 3.7% out of 163 resets. Yo, that is a huge difference. And then once the Christmas cards came out, the pull rates, at least for me, started going back up again to pre-patch stuff. So they're okay right now. I wouldn't say they're terrible. I wouldn't say they're amazing. Actually, you know, if I compare it to previous games and stuff, even it's good. It's still pretty good. I'm happy with 19 resets on average. I will certainly take that. But yeah, 16 sapphires. Those are the pull rates. Let me know how they compare to yours. And let's start checking out all of these sapphires because I got a ton. Now, first thing I want to show you, which I mentioned in the stream, which some people were like, what? No way, because they've done these sapphire spinners. And I've done, I think, like 8 total. And I've paid the 25 credits, done 8 total. And 3 out of the 8 I have pulled sapphires. I've only done it on the sapphire when upgrading to that. But I just wanted to show you the 2 that I did pull while this. I pulled 1 of them while I was base tier Sapphire and 2 of them when I was Sapphire Plus. But these are the 2 spinners that I got in there. And yeah, I would have to say that that's pretty good. Being able to pick up that extra Sapphire on a spinner when you only pull an Emerald. Absolute clutch, Miles Turner. And then we got another spinner. Like I said, in Sapphire Plus, I did pick up 2 of them. I think maybe I was like 2 out of 5 or 2 out of 6. Chris Middleton. And now the pulls, 16 of them. Very first one, Sapphire Plus Angel McCoftry. I'll never get that animation. That animation will never get old. Being an NBA SuperCard, absolutely fantastic. WNBA. I'm still missing a WNBA Pro, but to get every single one of them, definitely needed to get that eventually. I almost want to do the pull animation every single time just because it's so good, especially being an NBA SuperCard. We won't do it every time. We'll just do it a couple just to get the feel for all of these pulls. But Sega pull Joker. And then we got my dude from the Atlanta Hawks, John Collins, my man. Missed a lot of last year, of course. Hopefully he stays on track this year. But another big man, man. I'm telling you, I pick up a lot of power forwards, a lot of centers. And then we got the ex-Phoenix Sun, one of my favorite players, at least on the Suns. Unfortunately in a Knicks uniform here, but still my dude, Amari Stoudemire. Pretty darn good pull, I would have to say. But yeah, let's not do any more animations. This is just going to take forever. But we have Amari Stoudemire, fantastic. Love him. Love the pull. Then we got Alec Burks, which was my very first pro. My very first Sapphire Pro was Alec Burks. And then we got Kia Nurse. Nice, another WNBA player. Then Dirk Nowitzki. I think he's the top Sapphire, right? I believe he is the top Sapphire, at least one of the top 2, top 3, something like that. Definitely a good pull. Got to get these top tier ones, especially doing the events and stuff when there's no event cards. If you have the top Sapphires, they help a lot. We just need to get the pro. Then we got Carmelo Anthony, which I saw is really low, at least on my list. I don't know his exact rank, but definitely down there towards the bottom. Then we got LaMarcus Aldridge, another big man, another center. How many is that? I totally lost count out of all the ones that we've been doing. I get a ton of them though. LaMarcus Aldridge, nice pull. KD, Kevin Durant, fantastic. Another top 5 at least, I'm sure. Good pull, historic one. Back on the Thunder, which definitely a good one. I'll take it. I love the historic ones. I love the historic cards, especially when they start doing the older cards from the older players in the 70s or 60s or 80s and all that stuff. I love when they put those guys out, especially in the top tier cards. Then we got Jordan Clarkson. Hey, a shooting guard, point guard. I totally forgot I even pulled this guy. Okay, decent pull. I mean, I need guards, so I'll take that, no doubt. Dwayne Wade, D-Wade, another really good pull. I think he is right up there with Dirk Nowitzki. I'm sure he's up there with Kevin Durant. So all of these are singles, guys. All of these are singles. I'm not pulling any pro. I pulled that one Alec Burks, and that was a pro, and all of these extra ones just single after single after single after single, man. I'm running through these 16 total, 17 if you count if you count the winner card, which we'll get to at the very end. because I'm not sure if I should count that or not. I also, out of the, even though I didn't count it, I had one support card too. So technically, I guess I should say I had 18 total Sapphires, 16 tier resets, one winner card, one support card. Then we got Colin Sexton, another Cavs, but another shooting guard, point guard. So we'll take that one. Dwight Howard, big man, back to the big man. That's all right though. We'll take that. All Sapphires I'll take. I don't care what it is. If I pull a Sapphire, as long as I don't have it a pro already, then I'll take it. Another big man, Greg Monroe. And then what finally put me over the top after like, I think Sapphire number 27 or maybe Sapphire number 28. I can't remember the exact number. But only having one pro out of 28 Sapphires or 27, I finally got my second pro, which was John Collins. That's why I hyped him up so much earlier, because that's my boy. He put me over that hump. He put me over the top to get into that Sapphire Plus. John Collins, power forward, and yeah, definitely happy to finally be able to get into Sapphire Plus. Hopefully before they make the stat adjustment, which I'm going to assume they will. Hopefully we can get some more Sapphire Pros. We got a ton of Sapphires. So if I see that flash, I'm going to assume, well, one, it could be a winner card. Speaking of which, we'll get to in just a second. But I got to think that there's a high likelihood that I'm going to get another Pro, which would be nice. I guess that's the one good thing about getting tons and tons of singles, that it shouldn't take long to get more Pros. And then finally, to end it, all of the pulls that I got being Sapphire Plus, 300 plus resets, my one winner card, my one winner pull so far. I got 3 more to go because we can get 4. Damian Lillard. Yep, that's a good pull. I mean, the first one is always going to be a good one. Honestly, I prefer to get the WNBA, as at least that's what I want to get as my Sapphire Pro, and the others can be singles. That's fine because it's harder, at least for me, to get WNBA. But still, card design is so good on these cards. They look so nice, so clean, so crisp. It's just unfortunate that the card stats, at least right now, Sapphire Pluses that were pro'd beforehand, if they were good, are better than these. So this is what the current Sapphire count looks like. 28 total now. We have 2 total pros. We got the Alec Burks, we got the John Collins, but we got a ton of top quality ones. We also have all 4 of the support cards, and like I said, tons of good ones. I mean, Dirk Nowitzki, KD, D-Wade, Derrick Rose. I mean, all of these. Of course, you got to talk about my boy Devin Booker. We got that from the last one while being in regular Sapphire. But yeah, these are all of my current Sapphires right now. I got a ton of them. As far as the top 8 goes, what got me into that Sapphire Plus. You already know about the 2, the Alec Burks. We got the John Collins right there. But these 3, these were already pre-patch Emerald Pros. That's why I'm saying that if they nerf this before we get another Sapphire Pro, we'll definitely fall back into that Sapphire Plus. But I'm hoping that I should get a couple more Sapphire pulls tonight. Hopefully one of those is going to be a pro. But we got the David Lee with juice stats. We also got the Jaren Jackson with juiced stats. And then, of course, we got the Sue Bird with mega juice stats. Not sure if those are going to go back down. This is just a regular one. Elizabeth Williams. I think hers is regular. I believe hers are regular. But yeah, that's what the deck looks like. Only 2 total Sapphires. But like I said, if you don't have the Emerald Pro pre-patch, you're going to need 3 Sapphire Pros, 3 Emerald Pros. But yeah, we made it. We're here. Time to get more. Time to get ready for that gauntlet. It's coming soon, guys. It was thrown around in chat today that, you know, start of the NBA on Tuesday could be a strong possibility that that is the day it starts on. I Kind of hope it doesn't, because Tuesday I actually have to go to the VA for an appointment, so I'll probably miss the start of the event. But we'll just have to see. But that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know in the comments how your stats compare, how your Sapphire Pros have been going, how's your winter pros or pulls and all of that stuff. And I will see y'all again soon. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, sub if you're new, Twitch, Twitter, other YouTube page, all in the description. I will check y'all later. I'm out. Peace.